lighten up, whoa, lighten up. Don't take yourself so serious. Yeah, lighten up, whoa, lighten up. Don't take yourself so serious.
Welcome back. Now my guest is Jack Miller from Oise, and he's an expert in holistic education. Now, Jack, you have a whole big title of what your department is called and where you're from. So can you please share that with us?
Sure, yeah. I'm actually in the Department of Curriculum, Teaching and Learning at the Ontario Institute for Studies in Education at the University of Toronto. So it's
okay,
quite...
thank you. Thank you for doing that for me. I would have had to write that down.
Yeah.
All right, now, holistic education. Can you give us a summary? What is holistic education?
Okay. First of all, it's about teaching the whole person or the whole child. So that includes the body, the mind, and the spirit. So it's seeing the child as a whole person, and as much as possible trying to nurture each of those three areas. And the second thing that I think is very important in holistic education is the idea of connectedness. That we know that basically the earth and everything is interconnected. And so it's really important in holistic education that children see that they're very connected to others, to the earth, and to what's going on. So that they feel, again, that they're part of something.
So how does holistic education make a child happier immediately and in long term?
Yeah. So I think, again, the more that they can see themselves in relationship, the happier they are. I think people become unhappy when they feel cut off, when they feel separated. So the more that they can feel, so one of the big things in holistic education is community. First of all, the classroom should be a community where, again, it's almost like, and again, in Farzana's school and other holistic schools, they try to almost create a sense of almost like family in the classroom and also in the school as a whole. Nice. But also feeling, again, connected to the community they live in and also being a part of the earth. And if you feel those things, then I think happiness can arise.
So I know when life situations happen, sometimes I can feel alone because it depends on what is happening and whether I feel like I can talk to someone about it.
Right.
But if I were to truly feel connected, and I feel connected when I'm happy, but if I'm in a bad place and I'm not feeling connected, I'm feeling alone, I'm feeling like no one can understand me. So, but if you're teaching children on a daily basis that you are connected to everything, the trees, the plants, your neighbors, you're connected to everything, then you don't feel alone. And then you have that understanding that there has to be someone out there that can understand what you're going through.
Right. Again, you feel, again, that the other person is not somebody who's really separate from you, but in a sense is almost like part of you, right? Like seeing ourselves and that level of connection really makes a difference in how we relate to other people.
Well, for personal growth and development, one tool that has really helped me is when someone comes into my life that is pushing some buttons, now I look at them as a mirror. So I know the universe has brought them into my life for a reason.
Exactly.
So what don't I like about them? What about them is really bugging me? Well, how do I do that?
Exactly.
Or how do I need to do more of that? Or how do I need to do less of that? So it's so brilliant how people in situations, experiences come in our lives to help us to learn, to let go, to help us remember truly who we are.
Right. That really everybody can be a teacher for us, right? Even though it sometimes can be difficult. I mean, and sometimes those very difficult people in our lives can teach us a lot.
Yeah,
you know?
Absolutely.
So again, I think another connection is to nature. Nature, just going outside and being with the air and the trees, and that can also bring happiness, I think.
Absolutely. You're reconnecting with the universal energy. Infusing yourself with the energy of the pureness of who you are. But if we're not connecting with Mother Nature out there, and we have life stresses and responsibility weighing down on you, we can drain ourselves of the energy that makes us vibrant.
A couple of other things that I think can bring happiness to children. One is to develop a sense of gratitude. There was to feel grateful for where they are and for the things that are in their life. And I think that's a real challenge today. I think our young people can get quite cynical, and there is so much to be grateful for. And I think having a feeling of gratitude does bring happiness.
Now, how can you give us a tip as to how to teach your children more about gratitude?
Well, one is actually to keep what's called a gratitude journal, whereas every day you write down maybe one thing that you feel grateful for. And so over time, you have this journal with a lot of things so you can look at a lot of things in your life. And sometimes we need to recall those things again when we're under stress, right?
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
And for younger kids too, what I like to do is at the dinner table, everyone shares something that they're grateful for that was within
good.
their
Yeah.
day.
And
Sorry, go ahead.
Okay, and the second thing is to wish others well, just to wish others happiness. I think you have happiness when you want others to be happy. Yeah. And again, we tend to be so sort of egocentric in our culture, right? It's about me, but really the happiness comes from seeing other people. If we can have that feeling of joy when other people are happy. That's for very young children that maybe doesn't come as easy as where older children develop a sense of empathy. But sort of building on that, and there's actually a meditation I do with my students. It's called the loving kindness meditation, where you first of all send thoughts of wellness. May you be well, happy, and peaceful to yourself, and then to your family, and then your friends, and then finally you get out to everybody on the planet, right?
Oh, that's beautiful.
And a lot of, I start every class with that, and again, over the years, students have just found that a really valuable practice.
Wow. Well, I have to say I'm really grateful for the work you're doing, because I'm hoping that more and more schools will start bringing in holistic education. And in a moment, we will be bringing Farzaneh onto the show, who heads up the Roger White Academy, who has truly embraced holistic education.
Yeah, and she's been doing it for a long time, and I'm really impressed with what she's been able to do over the years. It's really great. Yeah.
Now, if people want to find out more information about what you do and what you teach, is there a website that they can go to?
Well, they can actually Google John P. Miller. That's my full name. Okay. And then my own website comes up. Okay. The other thing that they can also Google is thewholechildschool.ca. Okay. And I was involved in that school. This started 4 years ago on the Toronto board. Farzan has also been on the advisory committee. And you get a sense of the curriculum for that school and sort of the role that I had in the school. That's another link that they can go to.
Okay, beautiful. Jack, thank you so much. Okay. I almost called you Jack you.
Yeah.
And I'm mixing your name and my name together.
Okay.
But it's so great to have you on the show.
Lighten up, whoa, lighten up. Don't take yourself